Hey guys, welcome back to PlayStation Access. I'm Dan, I'm here with my Destiny buddy Holly.
Hi guys.
And today we're going to run through 7 things that you need to do in the EDZ.
Yeah, so we're going to start with lost sectors. You see that symbol there?
Yep.
That means there's a lost sector nearby. That symbol's kind of also on our new mini map, which I'm sure you'll see in this video, but you can sort of see them there. So this is like me and you going, there's got to be an entrance somewhere.
Where is
it? These are great. They're like, you go into them, there's treasure in them, and there's always a sort of a boss to fight.
They kind of remind me of like RPG dungeons, I guess, in a way.
That's exactly it. It's like you sort of, but like optional dungeons, because you don't like have to do them.
Yeah.
But there's just something fun to discover. And I think some are going to be easier to find than others. And where you kind of are in the story also depends on what you find. Look at that loot.
And then at the end, you get a nice big box of loot.
Now, obviously, because of where we are, we've got 2 blues and an EDZ token. But for where we were in the story, that was good stuff.
Yeah.
Next up, NPCs. Now, you liked this guy.
I love this guy.
So this is Devram, who's kind of like a badass sniper for the EDZ, the European Dead Zone.
Yeah, he kind of just lives in his tower, right? And he's got his gun, and you go up to him and talk to him. But what I love about Destiny this time round is that the characters seem a lot more personable. Like, there's some genuine humour there, making me laugh as I'm listening to him come over my headset.
Yeah, like he was one point, he's obsessed with tea, and like he was all about, I've put a cup of tea on for you, Guardian, but I've drunk it.
Yeah.
And it's just nice. There's way more personality, way more story with them, and you can see here I'm trying to level up my reputation with him. But oh yeah, proper NPCs, public events.
Yeah, we did a few of these, didn't we? And some of them are harder than others. We found out the hard way.
Or maybe we just weren't as good as we needed to be.
Yeah.
But the idea of the public events, you can now see them on the mini map. Or sorry, not on the mini map, on the destination map. You literally pull it up and you can see when they're going to start, and when you can get to a point and where the banner is, which is where the event will be, you rally to the banner, which has got basically you going, yes, I want to start this event. When the countdown finishes, the event takes place. So here we're doing the expelling the extraction crews. They're really good fun. Again, I love public events in Destiny, but like now you can just find them.
Yeah, that's really good. I think in the first game it was like you were kind of scared you would miss them because you see them off in the distance. They wouldn't trigger necessarily when you were near them, but this time they act on your request.
Well, like the community had to make their own websites for tracking them because they were so hard to find.
Yeah.
They also have heroic modifiers as well. It's like, again, the ones you're seeing in this video, because we're very early in the story in the European Dead Zone, they're not super difficult and spewing out epic loot. But it's because, we're doing the very basic ones. But they have like heroic modifiers on them as well. Yeah, we got our ass kicked a few times. Now, loot.
See, loot is basically the only reason I play Destiny. I've become,
really
especially this
play.
week, I've become sort of like this loot mad-driven crazy person. And it's all I want in the game now. It's just more loot.
Well, obviously there's chests hidden throughout. Like some of them are marked on your maps. Some of them you've got to discover. Now, we obviously all remember going around the original Destiny and collecting things like worm spore. Well, there's obviously new ones now for the world here. Now, those you can turn in with the NPCs to boost your rep with them. But obviously it's got to be one specific to their region. Otherwise, you can use them, maybe things like upgrades, like we've always been used to, but there's so many more chests and stuff hidden.
Yeah, and we've only played, like you say, like the first 5-6 hours, so it's early days for the loot we're going to come across. And
then here, scanning house banners as well. There's loads of these to discover, so I'm sure there'll be a trophy pop for one of those. God, I'm going to spend so long looking for those.
Yeah.
But yeah, love collecting a couple of chests, but they're hidden in the world, but I just want the loot, Dan. Patrols.
Yeah, but this is an interesting one because we can't actually show you the patrol, but we can talk about them, right?
Yeah, so the patrol mission we've come across in the European Dead Zone, we weren't allowed to capture, but we can show you like the run up to it. So basically I've selected it as my target, which now means it's on my mini map in the top left and in the world. These are kind of like short missions that you can do. Collect some of these, defend this point, and you can just go to these. They're not story based. There's no story in them. You just go to them.
Yeah.
Start them, and then you and your friends just collect the missions, collect the rewards, and move on, which is always good. So the next one we've got is called the high value targets, similar to Destiny.
You were really on this when we were doing the Let's Play. You'd see it on the bottom of the screen and let me know. You were like my radar for that, because I wouldn't never read it because I wouldn't see it in the corner of the screen, but you would let me know and we'd have to stop.
It's great. it just comes up like it used to in Destiny. In the bottom left-hand corner, it's just like there's a high-value target nearby. It's something with a name. Basically, I punched it to death because that's how I play Destiny, and I got some epic loot. These are random sort of spawns, very much like they were before, but they're sort of in different areas. But they're always, again, you just want to look out for them because I'm sure when we get higher level, there's exotic drops to be had.
Yeah.
Right, so this is my final point. So this is the map that we've mentioned quite a few times. Now, this is an adventure. Now, adventures...
What is the difference between an adventure and a patrol?
I'm so glad you asked, Dan.
Are you? Good.
Patrols are non-story-based missions that continuously pop. Okay. Adventures are actually bits of story. Once you've completed an adventure, that's it. It doesn't come back because it's a story mission. Now, obviously, as you progress through the main story, more adventures unlock on the maps.
I see.
But they're sort of one-off drops, and they'll give you more information about the world, maybe about Deverum, because obviously he's the one doing them. But, you know, they're pieces, small pieces of story-based content, while a patrol is not story-based. This was fun.
The footage that we've chosen for this particular segment, this adventure, was just basically like a tower defense mini-game.
So cool.
Where we just had loads of bad guys on either side and loads of barrels and red lasers.
I was just like...
And lots of explosions.
Watching them jump around. It was so fun. They were so varied as well. But yeah, adventures are one-off pieces. So you can do them with friends, you know, strike up a fire team and all do them together. But they do pop more and more as you go throughout the story because obviously things become deeper. Otherwise, if you just want to, you know, blow things up, just do patrols.
Yeah. Well, we've been playing it for a few days now. I really like it. I'm having a great time with it.
I've just felt the relapse. Like,
you're back in.
Oh, rip.
It's not too long to wait now until the game's out. Thank you so much, Hollie, for your top 7 things that you must do in the EDZ. Stay tuned to PlayStation Access because there'll be a few more Destiny videos coming up a bit closer to launch.